Welcome to Nesting Story. And it's what, like day, I don't even know if I have like dry drool on my face. It's like day 3 or 4 or something of our own self-quarantine. We've done it by choice because we're trying to flatten the curve with everybody else. We have not been exposed or traveled or anything. It looks like most people in our area are doing the same thing, but wow, this is crazy. I feel like yesterday was the day it like really hit me. It's been slowly sinking in, and it was just kind of, I had some moments, I think a lot of us have, of anxiety, which I'm gonna do a video for Friday about, because when the anxiety sets in, I'm actually able to really turn it around. So I want to share what I'm doing and ways I'm combating the anxiety, because if you really, I'll give you a quick tip now though, is that just take it one day at a time. That sounds so cheesy and everything, but it's so true. Don't try to take in the whole thing at once. I've been through hard stuff at other times, and that's the biggest thing I've learned, is just don't try to look too far into the future. Just what do you have to do today, and focus on that, and then tomorrow focus on tomorrow. So on the weekend we relaxed, we let the kids do whatever they wanted, and had lots of iPad time. And so Saturday wasn't too bad, and then Sunday it unraveled. And especially for 5-year-old twins, I have 2 5-year-old twins, I have a 9-year-old daughter, and I have a 10-year-old son. And for the twins, it just started to like hit, and I'm bored and kind of be a little crazy. And then I also noticed my son, who's like me, who really craves routine, started to really dip and feel low. And my older kids are cut off from their friends. So I thought, okay, these routines and schedules I'm seeing online, I gotta use those and figure out one that's worked for our family. So I made one, and it was pretty structured and kind of just like very scheduled. But we used it yesterday, and it was great. But I do have some things I want to say before we jump into this, because I'm gonna share it all with you, because I think it's a good blueprint. But I think everybody who's using a schedule really needs to take one that that they find online or something, and then make it work for their family, because every family functions very different, and you cannot just take your family and plug them into someone else's schedule. That's my first tip. My second tip from yesterday, because at some moments I became exhausted, because I realized that if I stick to every minute of my schedule, it involves me with the kids like every minute. And I realized that if you get to a point in your schedule where the kids are maybe doing a previous activity or find something and they're happy and they're entertained, momentarily throw the schedule out the window. Let them be. Do not be all rigid. You can fit, something in later in the day, or just throw it out the window for the day. I think we're in this for a long time. I think it might be longer than 3 weeks, guys. I think it's gonna be a while. So I'm preparing for a while, and then if it's 3 weeks, amazing surprise. But I hate to tell you, I think it's going to be, I've heard some talks about it being months. So I'm preparing for that. That's what I'm trying to wrap my mind around, just so that I'm not surprised if that happens. So the other things I want to say about the schedule before we get going is it mostly was the perfect fit for my twins. My older kids are going through this too, kind of like adults are. They're really processing it. It really hit them yesterday when I wouldn't even let them meet up with friends at the schoolyard to play basketball. They had a moment of being pretty angry with me, and I said, I'm so sorry, this is out of love. I'm so sorry, be mad at me. When you're older, you'll know this is out of love. And they got past it. They really understood it after a while. So if one of your kids is struggling that day, and I always call it a wobbly plate, when some kid is off or having a hard time. I had a wobbly plate on Saturday. I had a different wobbly plate yesterday. That kid who was a wobbly plate yesterday barely followed the schedule. I said, you go watch, your iPad in your room or whatever. But then tomorrow we're jumping back into the schedule. I realized the difference between devices like iPads and putting a movie on for everybody. There's a difference between isolating yourself too much and doing something communal. So I switched it, and I've added more screen time as a whole, but I'm really trying to get on people about like family meals and stuff. And then the last thing I want to say is don't forget one-on-ones. So 4 kids, that's a lot of kids, and I could tell my kids were starting to crave some one-on-one time with me. So I've started to do after dinner walks with my son. He likes to talk, I like to talk. And he is very much like me with his mental health in terms of needing exercise and fresh air and talking things out. So we each kind of need that. My daughter, who's 9, I painted her nails yesterday, and it was just like a different type of connection she needed. And then I think today I'm going to spend a bit more one-on-one time with each of my twins. I noticed them craving that. So we're going to get through this. We're going to survive this. This schedule works well with my list of 30 things to entertain your kids, which I'll make sure I link that, because there is a time during the afternoon where we grab a creative activity from that, and we do that. So let's jump in. This is all weather permitting. We live in southern Ontario. We've got quite a few cases here. It's I'm sure, if it hasn't already, I'm sure it's reached our town. So we're just being really, really vigilant. So last thing, I'm trying to not show my family a lot on YouTube. So it's gonna be a lot of me and maybe a lot of hands or something. Just, I'm trying to really give them their privacy. So keep that in mind when I share a day with you. Okay, so it's 7:17. I got some work done and now it's breakfast time to clean the kitchen. I felt really, I just felt exhausted. I think everything hit me yesterday, so I never cleaned the dishes. So that's something I'm gonna get done with this morning chunk. First, I'm gonna get kids' breakfast, my breakfast, and then I'm gonna clean the kitchen. And I have to admit, the rest of the house is pretty messy right now, and I'm hoping to move through it. You know, I have all the time in the world to clean it. I still have to carve out time for me to work, and then do all this. So here's the schedule. So we do breakfast, then we get ready and dressed and everything. Then I exercise, parents exercise, kids exercise separately. Then there's academic time and snacks, free play while I can get lunch ready, lunch and quiet time, afternoon fresh air, so we go for a walk or something. Then we do an activity from our list, which we've got here. Then there's snacks, we clean the house, free time, dinner, go for a walk and read, baths and showers, and twins bedtime because they're younger, big kids get free time, and then big kids bedtime.
Mommy, I'm going to give you something. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Okay.
No, close your eyes, open hand.
Ooh, thank you. It's what I always wanted.
Okay, now I'm going to give you another one.
Okay.
2 more.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
I'm kidding. I don't know whose those are.
You're a funny girl. Okay, I'm keeping the schedule really realistic. Breakfast is done, mess is still here, and it's 8:30. A fight broke out with the kids in the basement, fighting over popsicle sticks. So I've removed one kid. TV is on. So now we're gonna I had to answer some work emails. So this is what I mean by like, it's a structure, but it's not Bible. So create a schedule that works for your family and then be okay if things go off the rails here and there. We are all doing our best. So I am going to clean like a bad woman because I'd like to catch up, then get everyone upstairs for the next activity, which is like get ready, get dressed, brush your teeth, everything like that. We'll go from there. This is kind of what I've also learned yesterday is you jump in and out, you get behind, you jump back into it. I think if you try to be too rigid, you're gonna lose your mind and exhaust yourself. So that's where we are right now. Time to do the dishes. Okay, so this is my gym's workout. It's free, you can all access it.
Making sure the key point that you're looking for is at your shoulders.
Okay, and it outlines the whole workout here. So I'm gonna be doing 6 rounds of each of these, so 24 push-ups, 24 sit-ups, 24 air squats, and then run on my treadmill. So if you don't have a treadmill, there's all these alternatives here. There's no excuses. Anyone can do this. Anyone, anywhere in the world. So this is what I'm gonna do right now. Okay, workout is done. Now it's academic hour. I just grabbed a chance to get showered. I'm gonna do my hair and makeup today. I even put jeans on and got dressed up, put a bunch of jewelry on, because why not? It'll make me feel a little more normal. We're about to do something really fun.
It's just to be ready.
Are you ready? And go.
So lunch is done. I pulled myself together. I am all dressed up, have nowhere to go. Actually, let me show you my outfit. I'm gonna be doing this more. So I did my hair, I did my makeup, I put jewelry on, and I got this sweater a little while ago I ordered it from Roxy. It's so nice and cozy, so I'm trying to keep things as normal as possible. Plus, I'm wearing jeans. Anyways, we are gonna go have our fresh air time, then craft time, and I gotta try to fit in work somewhere. So this is my one challenge, and I'm starting to find more of a balance with that, but it's a great time for everybody to start an early morning routine. That's what's going to save me, is getting back to my 5 a.m. I got up at 6 today, but 5 is really good because then you get 2 hours in before the kids have breakfast. Gotta do what you gotta do, guys. Okay, we've done our fresh air time. It's now snack time and creative time, and I'm handing the baton to Mike for this one because I gotta clean this house and get some work done. And he came up with the genius idea of road trip bingo. We live in the suburbs. We can drive around here, and I think that's gonna be huge for the kids. So we're gonna bring a snack in the car, and he's going to have them try to spot all of these things in the car while I clean and get work done. Okay, we're in the home stretch now. Dinner is being made. Let's see what we have left. So after dinner, I go for my walk with Holden. Mike stays here with the girls and they hang out, they read. Holden is playing video games right now with his friends online and he's having a blast. Bo's upstairs on her iPad with essential oils diffusing in her room because she's been feeling stressed. She's definitely my wobbly plate today. And the twins are on their iPads for their chunk of time they get on their iPads. That's definitely something I'm really sticking to, is just like cutting down the twins' iPad time because it doesn't do good things for them to be on it too much. We're gonna do baths later, we're gonna do bedtimes. So that's basically it, which means I'm gonna end this video now. I wanted to point out one more thing as, as I'm in like the beta testing phase of this schedule. Something I just added was this. I've wiped off my usual menu on our whiteboard, and there was a bit of a fight with the kids about who chooses the creative activity each day. So I decided we need to be more clear and give every kid a chance to choose one. So I've basically put an order that we're gonna cycle through for who gets what choice. So the day before, I'll write the day. So tomorrow's Wednesday. What's for dinner? We're doing broccoli, beef, and rice. It's something I already made and froze in the basement. So everyone knows that that's what's for dinner. So it's gonna be Bo's turn tomorrow. And she chose, we have this like unopened gift she got for her birthday. It's DIY bubble bars, like make your own soap. So that's the one we're doing tomorrow. Anyway, so now it's on here. There's no more fighting. We know what's happening. But overall, I highly recommend having a schedule and just knowing that you're gonna kind of jump in and out of it. And if you don't stick to it, perfect, that's fine. It's just a guideline, and it actually makes the day go by way faster, and I think that that's helpful to us right now. I think that we kind of need to have routine. We need to be able to pull ourselves together and everything and have a reason to get up and something to look forward to. And I think it's really good for our kids to know what's next, know what's happening next, feel a bit more in control. Anyways, let me know, is this helpful? How would you change the schedule for you? Are you having your kids on a schedule right now? And how are you guys doing? How is everyone out there doing? Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love for you to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.